The Swift Current SPCA is a humane society for canine and feline animals that are in need of a new home. SPCA stands for Society of Prevention of Cruelty to Animals. So the mission for us is to just make sure the animals of the SPCA are cared for, provided food, water, shelter, and going into a loving home.
It's important for a community to have an animal shelter, so there's not as many strays running around town. There's a safe place for animals to go to. Say if a person couldn't care for them anymore, somebody has passed away and the family can't care for them. We don't want stray animals running around the streets. We want to make sure that everybody has a loving home and that they're well cared for.
Super important to us that we are a no-kill shelter. This means that we do not euthanize animals to make space. So any animal here will be with us or in foster until they find their long-term home. We try to provide as much medical care to the animals that we can. Anything that is needed, we do provide. Right now, we would do anything basic from treating for parasites, vaccinations, ear mites, things like that. But we do have animals that come in with a much higher need. They can be emaciated, broken limbs, things like that. We have many vets that we work with, and we are able to get them in, and we do just provide the care that they're needed to make sure that they can go on to live healthy lives. Microchipping is a way to keep track of your animals in the sense of where it belongs. So it is not a GPS tracker, which a lot of people do think. It is about the size of a grain of rice. It is placed in between their shoulder blades, just under the skin, and on that is a number. So when they come into a humane society or a vet clinic, that number can be scanned, and that will actually track us back to the owner's information, phone number and address, just to ensure that your animal comes home to you safely. Foster families are extremely important to us. Our animals go into foster when they are in need of medical care, potentially had a leg amputation and need just a little bit more downtime, a little more love. Animals with litters. We don't like to have brand new babies in the shelter. Also for capacity, our building is smaller. We only house around 56 cats and 11 dogs, so the more fosters we have, the more animals that we can bring in off the streets and just help them out. One of our really precious fosters is Anne. She has been with us for many, many years. She's so fantastic. She's done so many litters and helped us with so many cats that have needed that foster placement, and she has been our most consistent foster, so we're super thankful for Anne.
I'm Anne Whitlock, and I'm what is popularly known as a foster mom. I foster preferably pregnant cats and their babies once the babies are delivered. And I've been fostering now for probably 8 or 9 years. I have a mom who is a beautiful tortie with a tortie attitude, because torties do tend to come with an attitude. And she has 6 little babies that are now 4.5 weeks old. And they are busy. Mom's name is Noodle, and she came to me with that name, and very often I can change their names. And I thought, nope, Noodle, I'm going to keep that name. And the kittens, however many she has, are going to be named after various kinds of pasta. So I have macaroni, lasagna, ravioli, angel hair, linguine, and tortellini, who is a tortie just like the mom and is rapidly developing her mom's attitude. There are so many benefits to having a pet. When you walk in the door and a little 4-legged creature comes bounding up to you and puts his front paws on your hips, it's a great feeling. It's a necessary feeling. And in my own case, the pets that I had when my husband passed away kept me alive because I couldn't leave the cats. And I'm not the only person that will tell you that. It's because of their animals that they stay alive. It is incredible how intelligent they are, how caring they are, how bossy they can be. Animals make excellent companions.
I think it's super beneficial to have any animals in the home, as many as possible. As long as you're able to care and provide for them, they're really a calming, sense of peace for the most part. A lot of people really do find that companionship is very helpful in a lot of ways. The best part of my job is by far just seeing the animals go home that have been here for an extended period of time. We are fully aware that coming into an environment like this can be quite stressful. Going home to that loving family, seeing the kids kind of hit their knees on the floor and give their dog a big hug or cuddle with their kitty for the first time is truly special. So our adoption process is fairly easy. For a canine adoption, we do require an application. So we'd have you fill out the application. It does go through an approval process. The contract states that the animal is still ours for the next 14 days, so it is considered a test drive. That's just to make sure the animal comes home with you, it is a good fit for you and them and the family. And then after that 14 days, if everything is going well, we finalize and mail out all the vet records, then that animal is legally yours to go on and live life. Cats, we don't necessarily do an application process all the time, but making sure that verbal interview happens and just trying to make sure that we are placing our animals in the best homes possible. Cats are the same thing. They do go on the 14-day test drive with the option of coming back or just being finalized in that 14 days.
The SPCA receives funds from the public. The funds that we raise, they go towards multiple vet bills that we have. Others go to operating the shelter. Some go into purchasing animal feed, spaying and neutering, and all that stuff. So we use all the funds that we can. Our shelter relies heavily on donations to keep going. So there's lots of different ways you can help by donating. You can donate via e-transfer. You can come into the shelter and do cash, card, check. We do have some donation boxes out around Swift Current to do donations anonymously as well. If you had some cat food, blankets, dog food, kitten food, any kind of donations that could go towards the animals, we can use any of it. You can find us on our website at swiftcurrentspca.com. There's donation links on there, or stop by the shelter at 2101 Knight Crescent in Swift Current, and we'll gladly take any donations we can get. We are 85% donation funded, and we appreciate everyone's help.
If you have program ideas you'd like to see on maxTV Local, let us know at SaskTel.com/local.